Welcome back to the channel. Well, beautiful day today here in Michigan. A little bit chilly this morning, but man, she warmed right up. Stuff is melting off, and oh shoot, look what happened here. Before we get too excited, my wife knows it's here. And she also knows it's here to get fixed, then go away again. So it is not my tractor. I alluded to this in one of the recent videos. Nicholas apparently only had a half day of school today. Yeah. Anyways, well, the boys lost last night, so apparently he thinks he needs a mental health day. I'm teasing on that part, but anyways, he's here. So him being here, he's gonna help me. So we're gonna get this one unloaded. This is a running and driving tractor. It just he wants a few things tidied up. The amplitorq slips in low, so more than likely it's the sprag clutch. So we won't know that for sure until we get it split, but I would bet money that's what it is. In years past, the owner did put a new clutch in it, but so that should be fine. We're gonna double check that. We're gonna get her unloaded and you know, put her through the paces a little bit just to verify a few things, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna fix on it. So according to the serial number, this is a 1969 Jet Star 3 Super. The owner does have the side shields here. They're currently not on it, but I said leave them off because I'd have to take them off to do what we got to do anyways. So this tractor was sold brand new in Sandusky, Michigan, at Ball Farm Equipment, which is kind of neat. My dad and grandfather, you know, did a lot of business with that dealership. It was one of the bigger ones around here. The owner, he uses this tractor for many things, as in he's got a winch on the front for pulling trees or whatever he feels necessary. So, but like I say, we'll get it unloaded and you know, walk around it, talk about it. But really neat tractor. There's a few things on here that, yeah, it's a 69, but how come it has this on it? But we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, yeah, he's got a 12,000 pound Badland. I think that's what Harbor Freight sells, but that's quite a hitch he has on the front of here. So yeah, this was the serial number, like I said, it's 5040. I thought it was 5020, but it's 5040. So I might have to look at that again real quick. I've got that, my serial number list. Thank you for putting that on. I didn't tell him that, I told him where it was, but my serial number list in the pickup. Just never leave home without it. Super gas. Oh, that didn't make any difference. Yep, 1969. So this one here is 2830-5040, which is right at near the end of 1969. So from the factory, this tractor should have had, I would think, flat top fenders. These are Jet Star 3 fenders on here. I do believe. I didn't measure them or compare them, but they only fit on 28-inch wheels anyways. I was thinking also, let's see, but yeah, judging by that seat though, I think, well, I know it's a 1969 model, but yeah, we should have flat top fenders on it. So if it was a 1970 model, it would have full frame, a full frame, yeah, coming down on the side frame there as well. All four rims would be white, and the side panels on the side here, if it was a 1970, would have been white, and it would have had the word white up there on the band. So this one doesn't mean, you know, could have been, you know, something happened to the other fenders and this is what they could come up with. Who knows? But these are just as good, you know. But yeah, it does have, you know, hydraulics and 3-point hitch. Needs a real good bath. We talked about that. He's gonna do all that washing and fix any oil leaks back here. what I'm going to do, he wants the amplitorq completely rebuilt, as in put new, you know, disc in the high side, and I should say plates, the clutch in there in the high side. I asked him if he was sure that's what he wanted to do, because it does work in high. But he was thinking at one time he drained some, you know, transmission fluid, and there's some sparklies in there, and he's had to adjust it, you know, more than once. So I said, well, we'll look at it, get it tore apart, and then go from there. So we're definitely gonna get the low side working. We're gonna back this off, and I'm gonna show you how that is. The low side, you know, check that. He's got a, well, not original equipment spring on there. It's functional, but not original. He wants that replaced. He's talking on the throwout bearing. There's only one spring on there. There's supposed to be one on each side. He wants those replaced. Of course, the torque seal. Then while we have the hood off, we're going to just investigate this little oil leak that he's got going on here. See if it's a tappet cover or what it is. But yeah, this is a, I would say, an original paint tractor. This white here would clean up real well with a good scrubbing. But look at how that's cleaning up nicely. Ooh. So yeah, a good rubbing, this would be really nice. Grill screen is, well, like a lot of tractors, gets, you know, beat up a little bit, but yeah, this is quite the unit. He was telling me about all the trees he's pulled out with this thing, and you know, as long as he can get this thing anchored, you know, he said it was do some pretty impressive things. So yeah, this is one of my favorite tractor I can remember. Always wanting one, then I got one, and it's like, yeah. So then I got another one. So yeah, I own two Jet Star 3 Supers already, plus I own a, you know, an earlier Jet Star 3 as well. All three run. If you haven't, if you know, you've been on the channel, you know, or haven't seen those, they're all on a video or two, I would think, or more, of course. So this is a 206 engine. It's on gasoline, of course. He does have two batteries on here, and normally, you know, on a gasoline or LP, you really only need one battery. But for, you know, he's the owner's mechanically inclined, so you know, he can, you know, he figures out things, this and that. He has two batteries on here. Yes, this one is hooked in with the other one, but this one is primary reason to be on here is to run the winch. Okay, so, and then he has a disconnect on this battery there, so that battery doesn't run, you know, doesn't you know, let's say the tractor's sitting, and in case there's some kind of draw going on here, doesn't drain that battery, he can still start his tractor, if you know what I'm saying. That's why this one is on here. Is kind of a, you know, a secondary plan B. Don't want to get stuck back in the woods kind of deal, you know, without you know, a way to get it back out of the woods. So yeah, this is a very, very nice example of a Jet Star 3. So, and she's a runner. So I think I'm gonna back this tractor in, I think. Then hey, you want to video this, buddy? Me unloading. Anyways, another thing I'm probably going to pick up at the show is the correct oil fill cap for him.
Let's get on there.
I think that's a V8 Splash. Oh. Energy drink. So, all right. Check before to see if the brakes even work, but give her a little throttle. This one doesn't have a fuel gauge either. There's a spot for it. but you know, that's where the tack would have went. But has good oil pressure, says it's charging. But yeah, let's test her out. Let's do it first gear here. It's in high range currently. All right, I just want to see the brakes work. Oh yeah. Brakes work very well. All right, let's put her in low range. Get out of a little bit of mud here, but yeah. See how she's gonna stop? I can probably hear that. Yep. So yeah, she definitely does not work. And it's not the main clutch because, well, I couldn't stop it with the brakes, if you know what I'm saying, when it was a high range. So the main clutch wasn't slipping. So, but you can hear that, I don't know if you can hear that winding sound, but that's a good indicator that low range is not working. So, all right. Nice little tractor. All right, well, let's unhook this battery. Okay. Just because that's what he asked. So, this is something different too. I want you to look at that platform there. See how narrow that is? That's kind of a Jet Star 3 thing. So, if I remember right, let's go look at my Jet Star 3s real quick. Just that platform. I think mine have a wider platform there. So I think we're gonna back that trailer up right here. We'll just unhook it right here. We're gonna have to block the rear wheel so it doesn't roll down the hill. But good news, sooner than later we're gonna go get parts for that big old monster project. Sooner than later. So talk to my buddy there that, yep, we just whenever I get there. So okay, I was wrong. Nope. So this is my 67 gas. Yeah. Okay, that's the same. And I think that's my diesel, and it's the same as well. I can see from here. Okay, I was thinking they were more than one piece, but 302s and up, they're a two-piece platform there. That's right. Okay, that's something also to keep in mind. But all right, well, we're gonna get this trailer unhooked, go grab a bite to eat. When we come back, we're gonna start splitting the tractor. Ooh, there, sorry about that glare. Yeah, we'll split that tractor, get that party started. Well, all right, well, we're back from lunch, and of course get there and order lunch, and Nick says, well, Dad, I already had lunch, you know that, don't you? Like, well, that information would have been useful earlier, son, but oh well, I got to spend time with my son and talk about things, so that was nice. Okay, well, let's get into this tractor. This muffler looks a lot like one off a Farm Mall. It's a Stanley. I can see that too. There we go. Now we're getting her. Okay. I'll just set that there for now. Gotta get this piece off too. How's that on there? That's with another clamp. I should be able to just take this clamp off and it'll slide off that way. All right, this one should pop off as well. It's got a clamp on there. If I can get just the air cleaner top, we can do that too. Okay, this is working out. Okay. Huh. Well, I didn't put an Ethan Berry strap on here, which is, if you don't know, it's kind of a saying, kind of a jokingly saying, rule number one in the Minneapolis Moline collector community on Facebook was rule number 1, always put a strap over your hood when you go down the road. Well, these are bolted on, so you really don't need a strap. Except for this one's doesn't have a single bolt in it. But it wasn't going to come over this, or actually wasn't going to come over this, so it wasn't going to fall off. But I didn't know that, you know, anyways, but just a joke. And that rule number 1 was really made for the Constellation series. And if you don't know what the Constellation series of the Minneapolis Molines, it was the 335, the 445, the Jet Star 1 and 2, 5-star, 4-star, all of those like tractors where they have a center hood. And the hood flips up in the center. And a lot of times, if the latch isn't broke that holds that center side, or didn't break on these smooth roads, the wind can catch it and it'll flip up. And there's 2 bolts in the back that include the dash there. Well, that hood would just keep on going. And you wouldn't have it anymore. So that's why he made that saying, or, you know, why the Minneapolis Moline people strap down the hood for that reason. So, okay. Well, so I've already got a new cap for him ordered. I'm going to pick that up at the show from Jay Grosskreutz. So that's going to work out. Yeah, let's see. Is that a 9/16 on that? All right. Well, that was way too easy. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, time for the hood delete. Is there one bolt over there holding? Nope. It's just caught on the thing there. Okay. Sweet. Being extra gentle since this is not my tractor. Would I like it to be? Yeah, sure, but I'm pretty sure the owner is going to get buried next to this thing when he passes on. Okay, I gotta back you up a little bit because you're gonna get hurt. All right, let's put this somewhere safe-ish. Oh, that reminds me of something. I gotta look for a tractor park real quick. Okay, well, hood is off. And I got those parts that I needed to find for my buddy. Oh, probably do some trading, I'm guessing. Now, to me, this the breather here is looking a little wet. That maybe that's where his oil problem is. Stand by. All right, well, you probably hear in the background, there's a tractor running. Nicholas is going to grade the driveway for me, trying to move around the mud a little bit more than dry it out. But, all right. Oh. All right, well, I'm gonna grab a little wrench and hook the oil, start with the oil pressure line. We gotta get the gas tank out of the way. And then unhook power steering lines, the wiring harness, what to unhook. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff. We'll see how he's doing here. My dad, why are you filming me? Good job, son. Good job. I know it's just grading the driveway, but you know, it's kind of a proud dad moment, you know what I'm saying? something as simple as grading the driveway, but you know, it's a big help, you know, with the family. Get, you know, I can work on this and he's doing that, so I much appreciated him doing that. So, but, oh, I'm gonna have to grab some magnetic trays, at least one. But, okay, there's that. There. That was simple enough. All right, so it should be, there's 2 nuts here, and there should be 2 in there, bolts. Fuel gauge wasn't even hooked up, so I don't have to unhook that. So that's fine. I wonder if this is not the original tank to this tractor. This is red like a jet, you know, or an earlier jet. So what do we got here? Looks like 9/16. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna put you in the time lapse, and then I'll bring you back shortly. Okay, well, fuel tank's off. Boy, we sure are making progress. So, okay, so I'll unhook. Whoa, almost tipped you over there. Gotta get this unhooked. Oh, what did I do with the pliers? Nicholas looks like he's doing a fine job. One more right there. Let me grab a. Actually, I think I gotta push down on these. Yeah, that's what it is. I can feel it. Okay. All right. Well, that was, I don't want to say easy enough, but okay. So. And he's already got these marked from when he did his clutch. You're not seeing what I'm doing. He put tape around these 2 here, and I was telling him, it's like, yeah, on the newer ones, they did the opposite. Like, they put a male on the opposite side than the female on those. So, all right, let me grab 11/16. I think that's what that is. Yeah, all right. Wow, beautiful day today. Got up to 51 degrees, and there's hardly any breeze, and it's lots and lots of sunshine. That's awesome. So, all right. Yeah, this tractor needs a good bath, but it's 51 degrees, but it gets it freezing at night, and I don't want to winterize my power washer again, or else, yes, this would be a good candidate to get washed up. So, okay, we have the sending unit for the temperature right here as well. I'm afraid. Yeah, let's get you there. This might be long enough that I can leave it on. I'm wondering. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave that hooked, and I think we can stretch that out, and there's gonna be enough room in here to do what we need to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't unhook it up there where the gauge is, and if I pull this out, we're gonna leak coolant. That's my thoughts on that. So, okay, let's go to the other side. I'm gonna take you with me, light, I mean. Take some more wrenches with us. I gotta take some measurements too, because I don't know if Jake's split stand is gonna work on this tractor because of it being so low, so much lower to the ground. He basically, designed this off of the 900. His splitting stand is what I'm getting at. One thing for sure, I gotta unhook the batteries. I should do that. Oh, that's a 1/2-inch wrench. I got 9/16 in my pocket. I might have to take the starter off. I don't know. I normally do to just help align things. Okay, that. I'm gonna hook it from the, because I gotta take this one off too. That goes back to the starter, and this should be a 9/16, which I got one of those in my pocket. All right, let's use the box end. This wire can stay on there. Okay, so basically all we have left now, oh, this is going pretty quick, is we got to unhook the throttle linkage and the choke cable, and we're just about there. So I think it's going to be easier to unhook the choke cable here. If you can see or not, I don't know if that whole thing's turning. Yeah, let's get more light on the subject. Yeah, these are quite a handy tractor. About 44 horsepower, like I said, 206 cubic inch motor. That nut back on there. All right, I gotta grab a flat screwdriver so we can take off that. Oop, turn my light off. Okay, flat screwdriver, and we should be able to get choke cable unhooked. Then we're on to the big boy bolts. I don't think I could have done any better myself. Yeah, he didn't do exactly what I said, but it still looks good. So it's flat until somebody drives on it, but that old 900, that I'm sure glad I got that. Save that one from, you know, the weeds. So, you know, if you're new to the channel and didn't watch all that, you know, that's a good playlist to watch. That one, I got a lot of work and a lot of money into that tractor, but it's I'm glad I got it. So, all right. Make sure you turn the gas off. That, and there's that. That is unhooked. All right, well, we can start taking bolts out. I'm gonna leave a couple in there. So, all right, I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm gonna use my older splitting stand. I should call it really a stand. Tool I use to split these tractors. How's that? Because, you know, it's not the same as a splitting stand. So, whew. Just getting everything. So I have a bolt here and a bolt on the other side. You got that tire block front and back now?
Yeah. This one too?
Yeah. Not that it's really gonna go anywhere, but you know, a little bit of safety. So, and I'll show you in a second here, but we do have blocks on each side of the motor, so the front end just can't you know, flip over. Here, you want to take that one off? Okay. Got it jammed in there underneath the front end. So I can't. What's that?
Check one of my sound things for me.
Well, this isn't a very big motor. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but as long as it's underneath that thingamabobber there. This one here, I probably could get away with doing that. I don't think, normally they don't go anywhere, especially with that on that stand. That stand usually keeps them pretty flat because there's a flat piece on the oil. We'll call it the oil pan, but these really don't have an oil pan because the bottom of the motor doesn't come off. You can service everything from the side here. So, okay, so we can only go so far until this gets tight. Okay, we're gonna take the front end forward. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Just
gonna push on the wheel. Probably might have to. Oh, she's already sliding. Let me get a pry bar ready here. All right, you ready? There's dowel pins in here. So, all right. Let me, yeah. Okay. Boy, it looks like a brand new pressure plate in there. Almost said the owner's name. Keep going. Get everybody a little closer. Okay. He wants to remain anonymous. All right, let's keep going. As far as we can. It'll give me that much more room in between there to work. What are we hitting on? Okay, I see. Good enough. Okay. Lots of room. Yeah, that looks like a really new pressure plate. We don't have to mess with that. That is nice. Okay. My little red chair. You know that stool
right there below your feet.
Yep, I see it. Thank you. All right. Boy, it is warming up. I want to take the sweatshirt off. I'm not really even working that hard. That's what we use. Yeah, I can use them more. Okay. I probably shouldn't have hooked that. I guess I'll come in from that side. All right. I think that's oil on my seat here. No, yeah. Here's the baby clutch. I can tell he had the flywheel turned too, so. All right. Yep, I have quite enough room in here to sit. That's not gonna work like that. Not like I wanted, at least. Okay, so the owner did mention that he didn't really have the correct throw-out bearing springs in there, and I agree. There's supposed to be 2, and that one really wasn't doing a whole lot. Okay, yeah, because there's 2 and they're supposed to hook. Where's the hook at? Okay. Well, okay. Well, throw bearing feels very good. So we need to unhook the oil line. So we can do that. I think it's a 7/16, but I do have a half right here, so I'm going to use that. There. Oh, you guys can really see
in there, I hope. So, all right, need a 7/16. That wasn't even. Oh, that's a swivel there. That's good. Yeah, that's right. Boy, this is really kind of clean in here. Oily, but clean. Can you what are you doing now? Take the carburetor off. I think it's either 2 halves or 2 9/16. I got a wrench over there already. I just want to get this throttle rod out of here. This is the throttle rod. I want to get it out of here. And there's a 9/16 on top of the battery. It's either that or half that holds these on. The bigger ones are 9/16, but is it a half? Take those off.
Yeah, it's a half.
Okay. Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you today, son. Okay. Yeah, that spring was broke that he had in there. There should be 2 clips on there. And there should be 1 loop on this somewhere too to hold that in there. Okay. Alright, there's the throw bearing. And that looks, the bearing's good. That is for sure. Okay. All right, now we'll unhook the clutch so then I gotta pound these roll pins out. What do you need?
No.
Okay. I think we'll just get rid of this spring here. Get a pair of side cuts and there. That worked. Okay, unhook the clutch here. Now, I gotta pound these babies out. These are a pain to get out because you gotta get that shaft out of there. Those won't come out until. Okay, so basically I gotta pound them up to do that. It'll work. Alright, so this needs to stay up like that. So but I need to get into there to pound that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it needs to come back towards me, the top, like that. Okay.
Hold it back with this.
Right there. Yep. Okay. And I'll do this side first. At least I thought I was going to. Alright, let's switch sides. I can use my right hand to start right. One. I can't see, so you move your hand now. There we go. Whew. That one was easier. Okay. That's all right. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna pound the clutch shaft out
for the clutch pedal shaft. You grab that. Go ahead and pull if you can. Okay. Awesome. Go ahead if you can get a hold of it. I know it's a greaser at this time, but okay. Awesome. Okay, so it goes on just like that. Just so everybody knows. Because I always struggle with that, it seems like. All right. Now, 9/16 on this. Hopefully it worked. I hope we need extension, or give me the little 3/8 impact. Hello? Okay, did you talk to your mother? Did she get me home time or no? Okay, give her a call first and find out, okay? All right. Then let me know right away. Okay. What's she doing? Lydia has dance class. Your mother was supposed to call me and let me know what we're supposed to be doing. So. All right. Okay, well, Lydia has dance class, but Nicholas is home and he graciously accepted to take her for me. Nice brother. They fight like cats and dogs, but they still love each other. At least I hope. At least I think they do. So, all right. So one thing is different on these than the bigger tractors. That this doesn't have a power steering pump. Like the other ones, it has this diverter that sits up here, up on top, that diverts hydraulic oil. Diverter, priority valve, whatever you want to call it. So, all right, all them out. A lot of times you gotta tap these, but not this time. Oh, like an idiot, I forgot to get the jug rolled off. At least down a little ways. So, all right. Come on, that should come right off. There's seals holding me. Pretty sure. There we go. Yeah, there's a seal right there. Needle bearing here and the seal here. Yeah, that's what was holding me. Boy, this doesn't look bad, but he said it was, he thought it was leaking, but well, this was clean in here, but anyways, okay, we got that out. Okay, this collar here is brass. I've seen these be broken before. Normally not on this size of a tractor, but yeah, so these two bolts have to come out, and that splits and it comes out. So, and these are your forks for the amplitorq. Okay, that's 7. Those are half, aren't they? Okay. Boy, that one's good and tight. Good and tight. Okay, let me grab a longer wrench. Ooh. Didn't take much. I can't believe how nice a day it is, though. Wow. There. Finally got it started.
Oh, dirty rotten dog. These are kind of expensive if you have to replace them. I think you can still get them through AGCO, but like I say, they're solid brass. The PTO clutch and the amplitorq are really similar parts. This was definitely not short on oil in here. Okay. Right, this one's coming loose a lot easier than the other one. Okay. One thing I haven't looked up in the parts book yet to see what style of sprag bearing these have. If it has the hourglass, caged bearing, or if it's what I call the tin foil and chewing gum and things. I'll show you in a second once you get it out. Okay, put that back together. Careful, these edges here are sharp. Well, the shaft's got some wear to it, but not horrible. A Jet Star 3 that I used to have, I was actually grading the driveway, and all of a sudden, bing, it quit moving. It's like, shoot, kind of felt like the input shaft or something just went kaplooey, but it ended up being the ears off these plates in here. They all come off on me. Okay, now we gotta take these sweethearts out, and I see they have safety wire on, so let's do that. There's roll pins that hold them on. So, okay, what did I do with them side cuts? I didn't put them away. At least I didn't think I did. Put that up. Boy, I must say these side cutters must be dull. There. Okay. Oh, I dropped that. I seen it. Oh, yeah. Stupid lights. Okay. Well, can I shove you that way? There, got it. Okay, well, let me grab a light real quick so that thing quits flashing at us. Sure sounds like spring out there too. Okay, these come out a little bit easier. Well, I say that, then you know what's gonna happen. Oh, this is where I could use a hand. and I just sent Nicholas to town. I think this might be just a hair big for doing that. I thought I did. Oh, and before anybody asked if I got anything from that sale in Florida, and the answer is no. I didn't bid. I thought some of that stuff went fairly cheap, and then again, some of the stuff, well, brought quite a bit. So, but that's the way it goes. That's an auction sale for you. So, all right, let me, I got an idea. A little bit even better yet. Yeah. There we go. Why didn't you think of that earlier? So, okay. I think I need a smaller punch. Okay. Oh, that was my hand. Okay. You just got hit in the face. Sorry about that. Okay. There. Fine. All right. Stick my hand in there and try to catch it. Even if it does fall down, it'll fall down in the oil. You can get it out. Okay. There's that one. There. Oh, Amazon's here. Alright, I'll be right back. Now, sometimes pulling this shaft out is hard and sometimes it's not. And I think this time it's going to be easy. Luckily, this is a high oil situation here. Grab that one. I'll just set that there for now. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. I think these are both the same part number. I could be wrong. 10A 21353. Yep, same part number. So that goes in. They will go on either side. Okay. There. All right. This is going to be the high side. Whew. Well, half the high side. Okay. Well, so far, I really don't see bad stuff until I can get to these plates. Boy. Well, I'll tear this all apart, but we'll look that over. But my first glance, and really only looking at one plate there, they're not bad. Okay, we're gonna put a new one of these in, thrust washer here. So, that's different. I don't remember that other Jet Star 3 I worked on being threaded like that. Or, that is different. Whether it was or wasn't, that's different. Okay, all right, let's get the rest of the planetary gear out here. Don't let me forget them roll pins are in there yet. And the oil. Oh, goody. Not too bad. Okay, this is a whole lot smaller than the other one. We just did that 900. So, all right. Okay, here's an issue. Right here. Okay. Let me come over there in front of you, in front of the light. Okay. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on the camera or not, but see how you can, I don't know if you can hear my finger catching on there. That's not good. So this cage here has to be replaced, or this shaft here, that it's been slipping on there so long that, yeah, that's an issue. Okay, let's get into some more. And before you forget, I'm gonna grab those roll pins out of here. Here's one. And there's number two. There's number two. Yeah, probably should have gloves on, but I don't. Moving on. All right, let's wipe some of this stuff off. All right, at first glance, I don't know how much you guys actually can see in there. Okay, all right, we gotta take that out. At least I thought I was going to. No, there's no drain there. I need a long extension, and those 9/16, aren't they? Yep, okay. Long extension. Okay, got the bolts out. Let's see if we can get this out. A lot of times, oh, this one looks like it feels like it will come out easier than normal. A lot of times you got to get in there and pry it out. But this one here, it feels like I can wiggle it out. I might have to get a little pry bar and get behind it, but I can do that, I think. Maybe I don't have to. Okay. If I could get two hands in there, that'd be great, but I can't. Okay. Come on. There we go. I got her now, Roger. Just gotta work it out slow. There's such tight clearances in there. Clearance. All right, this is the sprag bearing. Okay, well, I've got majority of it apart. I'm gonna keep working at this. I gotta get this all separated yet so I can get that. But we'll do that in the next video, or bring it back in the next video working on this. So yeah, we've got parts to order for sure. And hopefully I can find everything we need, which I'm confident we can. But yeah, it's gonna be a treat. So if I had all the parts, we could probably have her back today together. So, all right. Well, another project in the shop. At least this one, well, will help fund more videos, if you know what I'm saying. So, anyways, appreciate you watching. Hey, we'll definitely see you in the next one.